Good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you on a Thursday, October the 3rd. Let's go. We are green today. One of the better days I've had on funded accounts in a little bit. Up $500 today across the 4 funded accounts. Nothing crazy. Up, about 130 on average across all 4 of them. But yeah, very, very happy with today. Sticking to the game plan. Being patient, being careful. And the one change I did make today is I decided to copy trade all of the accounts. I have been copy trading my 50Ks, and that has worked out quite well. And I decided because this 150K has a pretty low drawdown left, I decided I'm just going to copy trade them all and just be careful. And obviously that worked out very well today. Scaled down after I was up in about $100 or so. I really scaled down so that I wouldn't go back to red even if I lost. Granted, I took a couple trades where I got my profit targets, but I was only up $14 on the one trade and I think 30 on the other because I was only trading with a couple micros. But that's okay. The strategy still proved that it works as far as taking the trades, and I'm just very happy with the results. So I'm a little bit, I just decided to close everything down and stop trading for the day. And right here at the end of the day here, we're getting a nice little push. Definitely a move. We really went sideways this afternoon, and this is really pushing strong here just right before the 4 o'clock bell. So, which is kind of normal. I do like to trade that, especially with evals, but I'll have to show you evals. Very nice day today again. I had a very good day. I've had a couple of really good days. Honestly, other than Tuesday, I've had a pretty good week. Was a little bit disappointed. Man, this thing is just ripping. That is getting my attention. I was really disappointed this afternoon right here. This is minis, the minis NQ. I had a really nice trade here out for $25 and 240. I was copy trading all the evals, including the take profit ones. And this trade hit, and it hit my profit target on all 3 of these. And I should have closed out at that point with like at 750 or whatever, 800 across all of these. Well, it reverse positioned these two. Actually, it reverse positioned the 3 take profit accounts. It did close out these top 2, but it reverse positioned these. And by the time I, toggled through, I thought initially it was just a glitch, and so I placed just a buy order, and obviously that didn't work. And then I'm like, oh, I'm actually reverse positioned. So by the time I got in, I had actually, seen a loss, not a loss on the, a net loss in the account, but I had lost another like 240, 300 on that trade on these 2 accounts. This one I got out in time, but this one I did not. So I don't know why that happened. I really have no idea, but that was frustrating. And then it happened again. So after that, I took a trade here that was just not a really good setup. This was a hitchhiker, kind of a hitchhiker trade. It was really not a smart setup, and immediately went against me, lost $400. That was not very good. And that kind of happened, mentally, I kind of lost it for a minute there. I got my head screwed back on straight after that, thank goodness, and we traded our way back out of that hole. But at one point I was down to about 0 on these accounts during a trade. I think the most I closed, I was up like $150, but we got these back up to 700, 600 in profit. So didn't quite hit the profit target here. We were there. And unfortunately, just due to unfortunate circumstances, I had to work my way back out. But I'm really happy. I mean, I'm doing very well on these take profits. Up $700-800 on these 2, and the one that I've traded a little bit longer, finally back up over 50,000. This 50K account, we're at 5,200 in profit, so well over the halfway mark. So that's good. This 50K account, I think today was day 2, maybe day 2, I think. And we're up 1,700, so 1,300 away from passing it. And I really like just like a day like today, I only took 4 trades on the PAs, only 4. 2 VWAP crosses and 2 hitchhiker trades. Worked out extremely well. And then what I really kind of used my evals for is to kind of scratch that trading itch if a setup presented itself. And the nice thing about that is I can use evals and take setups that are good setups, but maybe I'm not sure. Maybe they're a little bit risky, so to speak, because of price action or whatever. And I'm willing to take that trade on an eval. And honestly, I'm proving that it works. I took a lot of hitchhiker and VWAP cross trades today. I took very, very few key level trades. We were at some key levels today, but I really just didn't take very many of those trades because I'm finding out that the VWAP cross and the hitchhiker work extremely well for me. On that front, let's just jump into TradeZella for today. We can see 521, 100% win rate, really nice day. Let's go to the playbook. That's what I want. So this is today. It shows 16 trades because I was copy trading, the 4 accounts. But really it was 2 trades on the hitchhiker, 2 trades VWAP cross, 100% win rate. So just very, very good day. And then if you look at this, let's just go to the last 30 days since we've been doing this. The hitchhiker and VWAP cross, they're at 75% win rate, which is exceptionally good. Break and retest, not so good at 21%. The key level trade is at 50%. My P&L is really made from the hitchhiker VWAP cross trades. So I really need to focus on that. Nice profit factor, 1.4, 1.4 for both of those. I'm really, really happy with that. So I'm really putting a lot of emphasis on this. And what I'm finding is using that with the evals, I can trade minis. I actually traded some micros today with the evaluation accounts, trading like 12 and 18 micros. It's a lot of commissions. I did notice that, but at the end of the day, I'm here to pass accounts. And so if it takes some commissions to do that, that's fine. In the same way with, funding accounts, I want to get payouts. So if it takes some commissions, whoop-de-doo. As long as we're green and we're making profits, that's what I'm about. So, looking at the trades, it's pretty easy to look at them because I only took 4. We had a VWAP cross here. This was a bit of I was confident in the trade, that's why I took it. But it was a bit of a risky trade this morning because of the opening session, so to speak. I took this trade at about almost 940, 935. Entered right here. They got the signal. We did cross VWAP here. Got the signal. Took the trade. I didn't like that it was this far up, but we immediately went into profit. And then we pulled back and I just killed it. I had opportunity to kill that trade in more profit and not take any kind of a loss there, but the net trade was positive, so that's why it's a win. And then the next trade I took was right here, was another VWAP cross. No, this was not a VWAP cross. This was a hitchhiker trade. We had a pullback. The long wick got in here. Nice trade. I really wish I would have hung on to that and took a lot bigger win, but I think I actually was in with might have only been in with 2 contracts there. Yeah, that was only 2 contracts, which is fine. Just, scaling down a little bit. And then the last trade I took on NQ was right here. And this was also a hitchhiker trade. Entry was, up. I would have liked to enter here, but this candle just hadn't closed, so got it in here. And that was a $14 trade, not much. But again, I was trading very, very, very small, a couple micros. That's it. And then I think the other trade I took on the funded accounts was an ES trade. Let's just jump here. Yeah, right here. This was a VWAP cross trade. No, it was a hitchhiker trade. Not quite the nicest setup, but I was really confident, and this really was the hitchhiker move here, this candle, and jumped out there. I should have held on to that. I really should have. There was a lot of volatility at that time, and so I just, once it hits my first profit target and it kind of fluttered around there, I just killed it. That could have been a really, really nice trade there, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy with the execution. I'm happy with how I traded today. One of the things I've really noticed is, as far as ES, I think this is really telling a story. We are doing an exceptional job of holding this 57.25 area. 1, 2, 3 holds in the last couple of days, like textbook holds. And if you look at this, I really think this is big for the market right now. I could be convinced that we are really setting up for the bulls to step in and push this market up. I do think a lot of that depends on what happens in the Middle East, and that the increasing tensions between Iran and Israel. However, look at this hold: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holds back here in August. We again had a hold here, not a great hold, but we did have a hold here in September. And then we have defended that extremely well. So this is a super, super key level on ES. And I do think that that is really what is telling the picture on the indices market right now on possible, the bulls really stepping in. They're defending this area. Let's push this thing higher. The story is similar on NQ, but it is not quite as clear if you go back in time. We have several holds here coming in, and that we've really defended that very well. If you go back here, it's a little bit more loose. I could really be convinced that I should move this level. I've had this at that 800 area for a while, but I could really be convinced to move this up to about the 1840s. 19,840s is what I'm guessing that number is. Yeah, about the 35s, 1935s. I could really be convinced to move it there because we've got several holds coming in right here. I don't know, maybe this is better. We have a hold here, and then we have that lines up with these two a lot better. I'm going to leave it there. It's probably about the 1820s, 1815s, but I think that's very similar on the Dow or on NQ as to where we're holding there. So that is really interesting. I like when the market sets up that way. And honestly, what I am doing the last couple days, what I have really done is I have used the levels to look for. In other words, if we're coming to an area, okay, I'm kind of expecting a rejection, so I'm looking for a move down and then kind of looking for a VWAP cross if it sets up. That one's really pretty easy, does nothing to do with levels. But if I see a rejection play coming in based on a level, or here where we had a bounce, now I'm going to start looking for a hitchhiker trade on a long setup. So I'm really using the levels more that way than I'm actually trading them. I did take some trades with the evals, and they worked out. They worked out very well for me today. So I'm going to practice that a little bit more and really try to refine the entries and figure out how I can continue to trade those levels, because it does work out. And like when we have these textbook entries like we did today, here's a really good entry. I didn't take it on funded, obviously. I actually don't even think I took it on I did not even take it on an eval today, but that was a really, really nice entry there. Really good trade coming off that 57.26 on ES. But anyway, that's the long and the short of it. But overall, very, very happy, really good day. And I'm hoping to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accounts passed, hopefully in the next several days. I don't care if it takes me a little bit to get them across the finish line. I just want to take advantage of that $85 lifetime fee on the Apex side of things, and I really just want to pass some more on the take profit side. So anyway, while we're there, I want to again say thank you for using my code BCT to get you that best deal with Apex and Take Profit Trader. So hope you guys had a really good day. Hope you're putting together a good week. And stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out and following along. Trade well. I'll do my best to have another update for you tomorrow afternoon. So take care and so long.